Jennifer, the capital budget was passed last week, much to the happiness to folks all across the state as it's been held up for a little while. And one of the programs that you guys do to help businesses was there was some monies that was being held back until now.
So about a year ago, probably to the day, about a year ago to the day, the Mason County applied for a grant to do some micro enterprise training, and there's a loan fund attached to it. So they contracted with Enterprise for Equity. They've established their program out of Thurston County. They do it in Lewis, they do it in Grays, they do it now in Mason County. And it's a program that essentially takes you through the steps of building your business. If you're interested in marketing, they cover that. If you're interested in financing, tracking your customers, if you're looking to be in business, this is the type of training that you need to really get an in-depth look at, what it takes to run a business. If you have a business and you want to sharpen those skills, this is another program. So Mason County applied for a grant for Mason County residents to be able to attend this for free. So for us here in Mason County, that's pretty big.
That is big. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it is a great program. We've had probably to this point about 100 people go through our information sessions and probably close to 40 that have gone through the actual training. Mm-hmm. So that's 40 new entrepreneurial businesses that are coming out of this program. Whether it's from your home, we've had food trucks, we've had cleaning supplies, we've had it kind of runs the gamut of what a business could be. And to see them grow into that. And it's not like we kick them out after the training's over. We even offer technical assistance to continue supporting the businesses after they're finished with the program.
That's amazing.
It's great. Important to think that all businesses, I would imagine, if you went back and checked the records, started as a small business.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Today Amazon is launching some new storefront today where you don't even have to, there's no checkouts, there's no anything. Well, that started at Bezos's house,
right,
in his garage.
He started with a bookstore.
A bookstore out of his garage.
Mm-hmm.
And now
look at him.
We know what it is.
Right. And it also depends on how much you as the business owner. I think he had a pretty big vision in what he wanted to become, but it is totally fine if your business is at the size that you want it to stay. The problem is that if you don't change that, it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah. You have to innovate. You have to reassess what it is that you're doing. You have to take a look at where you're spending money, save where you can to even maintain the size that you are right now. So taking a look at what it is that and what's changing with the times. I mean, e-commerce is a huge thing right now. So if that's part of your business strategy, what do you need to know in order to launch your website, to be able to make that effective?
That's awesome.
So how can people sign up for this, learn more about this? Where obviously choosemason.com is a good place to start on the website.
Right.
And
we're sending out Facebook notices. We're trying to just really push it as much as possible. We're partnering with the North Mason Chamber to do the marketing part of it, so we kind of encompass as much of the county as we can using the limited resources that we can. So our next information session is January 26th, so next Monday. Mm-hmm. And here in Shelton, it'll be at the EDC office, 1:30 to 2:30. And then up in Allen, it'll be at the Port of Allen building from 11:30 to 12:30. If you miss this one, there will be another one in February, another one in March. We're adding them all of the time.
I get the sense that these are the types of things that people sign up for, weekend seminars. You go to the Tacoma Dome or something, and they got a list of 15, 20 speakers that come out. You pay just tons of cash up front to sit and listen to these folks, and this is a great program.
It is, and it doesn't ever get that big. They're targeted to keep their classes small, so it's more one-on-one. You get something from the information session, whether or not you even move on to the actual Business Builder program, which is a big 10-week course that you do your homework, really, really take an in-depth look at your business. But even from that 90-minute session that you'll get deliverables. You'll get pullaways from that time. Yeah.
Well, that's important, to have a successful business. A lot of people think, I'm going to just start my business.
I got a great idea.
I'm going to do a business.
I got a great idea.
No clue what.
And it is a great idea. But how do you transform that into an actual product that you can sell?
Than just that idea.
That's important.
What would be one thing that you learned at one of these that you had no idea, you didn't even thought, or it opened up a whole new window to the way you think about things? Businesses, businesses, if you do blank, you're more likely to, I don't know, be successful or something like
It's a good question. I think it depends on what type of business you are,
Okay.
what your pull away is going to be. I get most of the financial impact. There are quite a few businesses that don't even know what their total takeaway is. They think, oh, this is the money I have left at the end of the month. This is what I've made. No, you have to track personnel costs. You have to track product costs. And from that, then there's wiggle room in it. But from that, you can pull out a bigger net gain and show that your business is doing a better job. But you have to look at those numbers. Like with a restaurant, your food costs and your personnel costs are your two big whopping ones.
Yeah.
If you don't know what the percentage of your business is for those, then you're never going to know whether or not there are places that you can make adjustments to be able to make the business more successful. So I think the money side of it is the one that people like to talk about the least, one-on-one, because it's money is such a personal thing for us. So being able to have that and knowing that everybody in that class has these same questions, I think makes it a little bit more of a easier environment to talk about it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I watch these bar rescue shows. They come in, try to change things
The
up.
P&Gs, they say.
They go, what? Well, tell me how much you spend for it. And they go,
I have
you're
no
supposed to
clue.
track these things.
Right?
And their desk is
and-
piled with paper.
Yeah,
that-
huge amounts. And what percentage of that is your budget? Because you can shout out a number. Oh, I've spent $15,000 on food. Well,
Is that today?
overall, what is that? What is that percentage of what it is that you're spending? If that's 80% that you're spending on food, then we might need to
Maybe
reassess.
look at
Not doing too good.
steak sandwiches may not be the best
Right.
way to move to popcorn.
Or how do
Right.
if that steak sandwich is what I want, how do I make the cost more effective?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. So
Yeah.
next week, EDC office from 1:30 to 2:30 up in Allen earlier in the day. They're at 11:30 to 12:30. Some great information. You can always find more at choosemason.com. Jennifer, always nice talking with you.
Thanks for having me.
Have a
Good to
great
see
rest
ya.
of your
You
day.
as well.